Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another inspiring episode of Insights That Inspire. And today we have a very special guest on the show. Her name is Shalini, and she is the founder of Rise and Nurture. She is a life coach. She is helping individuals grow in their personal life, and also she is guiding towards conscious parenting. So, in today's conversation, we are going to deep down into multiple things like self-development, parenting, mindset, and real life transformation, 360-degree transformation. So this is going to be an amazing conversation. So make sure to watch it till the end, and especially if you are a parent, you are struggling, with you are facing some challenges with your kid, or if you're facing some mindset issues, you are feeling stuck, then this conversation is going to be very, very important for you. So make sure to watch it. And Salni, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for giving your time. And I'm super duper excited for this episode. I hope you're also excited. So welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Mohit. Thank you for having me on the show. And I am also equally excited because, I have a lot to tell you about. And this journey has been very, inspirational for me also, as I've learned a lot from my mentor. So there's a lot of learning that has happened. And there will be a lot of giving also. And I would love to help individuals. So, yes, I'm excited about this entire journey as well.
Great. So Salini, here is my first question. As you are a life coach, parenting coach, so how your journey got started? Like, was there any turning point which made you feel like, okay, this is something that you wanna do?
Yeah. So, the year 2021, I took a break from my career due to health issues. And I wanted to restart my career in 2025. But then there has been a long gap of almost 5 years. And I was a HR professional earlier.
Okay.
So I was trying for certain jobs in HR. But yes, of course, when you go for interviews, people are like, you have a long gap. How do you explain this gap? These things were coming up. So I said, instead of sitting with this, why not I do something else? Because I knew there's a lot in this world to explore. There are a lot of new avenues, a lot of new opportunities. And given the strengths I have, I could utilize my potential in some other direction, probably. And so once when I was just, trying to go through Facebook and, just going through my past photos, my family photos, I just happened to, by chance, watch a video by Pooja Puneet Gupta regarding a masterclass on life coaching. So I somehow, the way the conviction with which she spoke, I really liked the conviction with which she spoke and explained about, how it is, how exciting this journey could be. So I enrolled for it and I showed up and I attended the seminar and I was really, you can say, truly inspired by her because life coaching is not only about professional growth, it is also about personal growth. And it is something that transforms you from within first. Before helping others, it is something that, transforms you from within first. And you can work upon your, problems. And then you can also help others. So I've always been wanting to do something where I could help others, and probably transform their lives. People, sometimes are not able to get out of the trap of their beliefs. So coaching helps in this area a lot. And people are talented. Each individual is talented, but they don't know how to come out of their limiting beliefs. And that is where coaching helps. We help the person to truly, explore their potential and, unleash the true power of the potential. So that is where coaching comes into play. And when you grow, you don't grow just in your career or professional life. You also grow as a person. And when you grow as a person, that is real growth. And so this really struck me, and I was truly amazed with the kind of energy she carried, the conviction she carried. And I said, this is for me. And I just jumped in without giving a second thought. And I really tell you, this was one of the best decisions I've taken in my life. And there's no looking back.
Amazing, amazing journey. So, here is my question. As you are a life coach, parenting coach, and there are a lot of people who doesn't understand the importance of life coaching. So, can you just explain the importance of a life coach and also how someone can identify that they need a life coach? Like, what are the challenges they feel that they are facing these challenges, which made them realize, which should make them realize, okay, now it is a time to seek for help of a life coach.
Yes. Life coach is a person who will, help you understand where you are stuck basically in life. Okay. And certain times what happens, people are talented and they don't have clarity, but they have talent, they don't have clarity. They don't know the purpose of their life. They don't know what they want to do, what they want to be, and what they want to have. This is where a life coach can help. And now that life coaching has come up in a big way in our country, and people are opening up about their problems and issues that they are facing in life. I think life coach can always help a person who wants to, who is willing to, first of all, he should be willing to ask for help. And we are always there. We have beautiful, and amazing coaches in our country. One whom I met, Pooja Puneet, is an excellent coach, and her training was something that was a real eye opener for me. I know where I have failed in life, where I need to work on as an individual, and how I can bring a change to my children and my family first, and also to the others who are looking out for help. So
Yeah.
yeah. So life coaching is not only about professional growth. People think it's only about professional growth, but it also helps you grow as an individual, understand your emotions, regulate your emotions, and also come out of your limiting beliefs and unleash your true potential.
Yeah, very nice. And as you just said that there are a lot of people who feel stuck. So I just want to understand, as you just said that a lot of people are feeling stuck in their journey, like it is whether it is professional or personal. So I just want to understand that they don't know what they want according to according to you, why does it happen? People feel why people feel stuck in their personal journey or professional journey or life.
Yeah.
Why does it happen?
So, yeah, people feel stuck, one, because they don't have clarity. Sometimes individuals have clarity, they know the purpose of their life, but they're not able to come out of their limiting beliefs. There is certain resistance in them. And this resistance doesn't come up always, because of the present situation. Sometimes it comes because of their past experiences also. And when it comes from their past experiences, it is very difficult for them to come out of their limiting beliefs. It has happened with me also. Now, as an example, I am sitting in front of you facing the camera. I've never done this before. But Pooja Puneet gave me that belief in myself that I can do anything I want, and I can, I'm capable of doing anything. She has
Hmm.
instilled that belief in me, right? So that belief that, people somewhere have lost in themselves. That is why they feel stuck in life, because it comes from their past experience. And when there is a clash or conflict between your past and your future self, where you want to see yourself, there is a clash. That conflict leads to a kind of resistance. And this resistance comes in different forms of limiting beliefs. It could be, fear of judgment. What will someone think of me? What if they laugh at me? Things like that. Fear of, oh, what will auntie think about me? What will my spouse think about me? What will my children think about me? These are kind of fears of being judged. There's one thing I want to tell you all, is that fear of being judged is something that is in your mind. We need to get over it, because people will judge you whether you do something or you don't do something. They will definitely judge you. It is for you to take the step, that decision that will take you towards your goals. Always, when you need to take a decision, think whether this decision of mine is going to take me towards my goals, or it is going to pull me back from my goals. And if your answer is it is going to take you towards your goals, then definitely, my friend, you need to jump in and take that action. And don't hold yourself back, and always set an intention saying that if it is good for me, for my future, then I will definitely do it. and I will release all those beliefs that have holding me back and are of no use to me right now. So that intention you need to set, and that belief in yourself, your limiting beliefs can come in the form of fear. It can come in the form of any other things. It can be like you procrastinate sometimes, but that procrastination also comes because of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so procrastination also comes because of fear. And sometimes maybe fear of failure, sometimes it could be fear of success also, because some housewives who have not done anything in their life and they want to do something in their life, sometimes they fear success because they might be thinking, they might be holding themselves back, thinking that what will my family think about me? They might think I am selfish. So fear of success is also there, not only fear of failure. So this is how it is. And I think each individual has the capacity to do whatever they want. But yes, the first and foremost thing is believing in yourself and your potential, and the willingness to, um, work on yourself.
Yeah, very, very true, very true. And here is the thing, as you help people to take from where they are and from like where they want to be, you help them, right? So let's suppose if I'm stuck in my life. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
coming to you. I have big goals, big dreams, big desires, and I'm coming to you. So, what is going to be my first step is you are going to guide me. Okay, like if I take this step, then I'm going to, take one step closer to my goal. Or what is going to be the step-by-step process which I should follow according to you?
Okay. See, I want to explain to you that each client would be different. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone comes from different backgrounds. Everyone comes with their own, different thoughts and probably different emotions. So we can't say that there is, one set of rules or one set of modules or something like that that we follow. We need to sometimes change things according to the client. So that requires an effort from ourselves also as a coach, right? So the first and foremost thing is we get to know more about the client, from where he's coming, his background, his educational background, his family. And we ask them questions to find more about themselves, explore about them. And then we explain certain things to them, and certain activities which help them in understanding and gaining clarity. Okay. And we also tell them that taking 100% responsibility is the first step in being successful, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life. A lot of us are just sitting and waiting for some opportunity to come from somewhere, and that day, then I will look into it that day. I need, someone will come and hold your hand and will give you some job or something like that. Nothing like that is going to happen. It's you who have to take 100% responsibility of the situation you are in. And you need to believe in yourself, and then understand that it's you who is holding yourself, and you have the power to take responsibility and own your actions and take charge of your life.
okay, very nice. And when people start their journey towards self-development, towards transforming their life, what is that one common and big mistake that everybody do?
Okay. Sometimes people set very vague, goals. Vague goals, I mean to say, like, you can say that the person has a goal. He just writes down, I want to be a successful person, or I want to be a successful person by the end of 2022. That's it. Successful person. But his goal is vague because he has not written down what he wants to succeed in, whether it's his professional life or personal life, or he wants to excel in the HR field or in the marketing field, or he wants to be a life coach, or he wants to be whatever he wants to be. So setting goals that are vague will never give you clarity, and you'll be always stuck. The other thing is sometimes people focus a lot on one particular aspect of their goals, and they get too obsessive about it. Sometimes, people give a lot of importance to learning, and they don't realize that learning is good, but if you don't focus on the other goals, like implementing the learning is also very important. So, and they think that, yeah, I'm reading a lot of books, I'm following a lot of podcasts of great individuals, big leaders, and I'm growing. But that is not growth. You are learning, basically. Yes, you are learning, but what is the use of learning when you don't implement it, right? And the other thing is, probably some people, they want to do everything at the same time. They want to do everything at the same time. It's like, I'm telling you, it's like having a pizza. You can't have the entire pizza together, right?
Yeah.
You have to cut it into small parts and then eat it. So individuals need to chunk down their goals and prioritize their goals and go step by step according to their priorities. They forget to do this and they say, oh, मुझे ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, कैसे करूंगी? They get stuck there, and some of them quit eventually. So these are, the basic mistakes people make. And another mistake people make is they don't ask for help. They feel shy to ask for help, or they might think that asking for help is something like kind of they feel that, oh, that means they feel that they are a little less or something like that. That is also bad, because hesitate you should never hesitate to ask for help. People are there to help you out, people are willing to help you out. If you're stuck somewhere in life, you should always find a mentor, you should find a coach, you should find, maybe your mentor could be your teacher who has taught you in your school days. He could be, or he or she could be your professor. He or she could be some successful relative of yours. You have to find that right mentor, ask for help if you don't know. And sometimes you can ask your help from your children if you're getting stuck with your probably technology related areas. You can ask for help with your from your children. So people are there to help you out, but you need to ask and ask.
Yeah, very true. Until they will not ask for the help, how the transformation is going to happen. But the point is that some people who have mindset problems, like they have limiting beliefs or something, they are
Mm,
feeling stuck. They know that they need help, but they
yes.
hesitate or they have fear of judgment. You know,
Mm,
they
mm,
feel like, okay, if they are sharing their journey or their problem, which are very personal with someone
mm,
else, then people might judge them. And this is the
yes.
same thought they have towards a coach also. So
Yes.
what do you want to say to them, those who have fear of judgment?
Yes. Absolutely. I understand what you're telling, Mohit.
Yeah.
This fear of judgment also sometimes, comes from their past experience. Let me tell you something, Mohit. Sometimes your past experiences are so strong and
Yeah.
they lie deep within your subconscious brain. They have become such major blueprints in your subconscious brain that it is difficult for them to get out of that fear of judgment, because somewhere during their childhood someone has told them something that remained in their subconscious brain since a long time, and that subconscious brain is telling them time and again, we call it monkey mind, keeps them telling, what if this person laughs at me, what if they judge me? So these kind of hesitations are there. And as far as life coach is concerned, yes, this entire life coach, you can say this profession is in boom in our country right now, and a lot of people are approaching life coaches now for guidance and help. And earlier it was considered a social stigma. You can really talking about your problems and all, but no longer this is a social stigma, and people are opening up. And I have come across a lot of clients with a lot of personal problems, relationship problems, and past traumas, who want to come out of the situation and are willing to take action and willing to come for sessions.
Okay. And as
Yeah.
you just said that you have worked with multiple people, you have guided them like about their relationship, mindset, limiting beliefs. So can you just
Yes.
share any one of your case study, like which was completely, magical, like kind of magic? That person came to you and you started working together and then, you know, everything worked like a magic.
Yeah, actually, there was a girl from, Andhra Pradesh. I cannot tell you her name though, because we
Yeah,
have to keep things confidential.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
she is from Andhra Pradesh, and she was someone who completed her BBA, and she was been looking out for a job since long, and she was not getting a job, right? And she was wondering why, what is wrong with her? Am I not talented enough? And there is something wrong with me. She basically went to that thought process of self doubt, and she needed help. So she happened to see my ad on Insta, and she approached me. And then the journey of coaching session started from there. And she finally, I spoke to her, and I got to know that this fear and the self doubt in her is coming not from the present but from somewhere from the past, because people did not believe in her during her childhood. People would, label her as you're good for nothing, you can't do anything, you are fit for nothing, kind of things, and that remained in her mind. And somehow, whenever she goes for an interview, she would go with that mindset that she is not good enough. And when you go with negativity, you attract negativity. That's how
Yeah.
it is. Yes. So, first thing is you need to work on yourself. So, I told her to, have some, very good morning rituals where, she focuses on herself, where it could be meditation, it could be yoga, it could be a morning walk in sunlight. The second thing I told her was practicing a gratitude journal. Gratitude journal not only helps in, uh, I can say, like, it makes you very positive in life. You start focusing on the good things in your life rather than the bad things in your life. And then when you keep repeating that, what happens? Your mindset changes. You think about good things, and then good things will eventually happen to you. You are what you think, you are what you believe, and you are what you repeat to yourself. And within 5 6 sessions with me, she was very happy, and she shared with me that she got a job because she started operating from the zone of self belief. And she was very happy, and she was very grateful to me. And I said, see, whatever it is, I helped you, but you were willing to take that first step. That is why you are out of it. So I congratulated her for taking that big step and approaching me.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Very nice case study. Now let's talk about parenting. As you said in your content also that you help parents towards conscious parenting. So what exactly does it mean?
Yeah, see, first of all, I would like to tell you there is a myth that, people are, naturally, parenting is very natural. But I want to tell you, Mohit, that parenting is not something that comes to us very naturally. Okay, we are parents biologically, we become parents. But in the process of being parents, we ourselves, work in progress. When our children are born, we ourselves are work in progress. So we, as parents, we need to make a conscious effort. We need to go in for self introspection. We need to understand our own emotions, regulate our own emotions, understand that our children come from us, but they are different individuals, they are separate individuals. We should understand they have their own needs, their own identity. And instead of controlling them all the time, try to, build a bond, connect with them, where they become very strong individuals, not only in the present, but also in the future. And they can achieve whatever they want in their life. And they are able to handle not only their success, but also their failures. And this will happen only when parents work on themselves and their emotions rather than always trying to control. We should always try to connect with the child.
Yeah. Like parents that just teach them like how to enjoy or celebrate the success, but most of them are getting fail to teach their kids how to handle the failure, because this is very important. Like in life, this is how the life works. Life
Yes.
is not going to be all about just success, 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 success. It is going
Yes.
to be
Yes.
failure, 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 then success, then failure, success. But somewhere everybody, every parent, they need to teach like how to handle the failure. And now my next question is like this is the one mistake that parents do. They just teach about the success, success, success. Like this is the pattern.
Yes,
That's how the
absolutely,
life should go.
absolutely.
So I just want to
Yes,
understand
absolutely.
like what are other common mistakes that parents are doing in raising their kids?
Yeah. One common mistake I find every, probably second or third parent doing is comparison. I want to tell you, Mohit, that every parent wants the best for their child. And
Yeah.
every parent is doing whatever in their capacity to give them the best, right? So no parent is good, no parent is bad, basically, it's not about good and bad. It's about, understanding and regulating your emotions first, and the child's emotion also. Sometimes, parents, when the child is crying or something, you just tell, stop crying. Why are you crying? What is the reason? Just shut up. Chup ho jao.
Yeah.
That is not the way to handle their emotions. You need to go sit by their side and tell them, I understand how you're feeling, beta. I understand your feelings. I'm right here in case you want to share something with me. Please do share. I'm here for you, and I'm here to support you come what way. This is how you need to, regulate the emotions, help them process their emotions. If you don't do this at a very small age, then they grow up to, become individuals who do not know how to handle their emotions. And sometimes, if you are not able to support your child with their failures, like a lot of parents attach their child's self-worth with their marks, their trophies, their ranks in school and colleges. But parents, let me tell you, you're making a very, very big fault. You are really, damaging or self-sabotaging their image. They will never be able to handle failure if you always, attach their self-worth to trophies. And because life is not always a bed of roses, as you can say. It has ups and downs. And basically, if you handle the emotions when they fail, and tell them, yes, beta, I understand how you're feeling. You're upset, you're feeling low, you're feeling really bad that you have not done well in this exam. But always, beta, there's a next chance. So next time probably you can make it. You can do better than what you have done now. Instead of comparing the child with someone else and saying that देखो उसको 95% मिला तुमको क्यों नहीं मिला. This is the kind of common mistake parents do. And often they compare this the siblings, छोटे को बड़े के साथ, बड़े को छोटे के साथ. Look at your sister, she's so good, why aren't you doing? The child will always grow up with self doubt. Child will grow up to be a person who would always doubt himself or herself, and will not have confidence in um facing challenges in their life.
Yeah, and there are so many parents, those who are facing this problem, they're providing
Yeah.
everything to their kid, but
Yes.
still that kid is feeling some kind of emotional disconnection. Okay, so
Yes.
why does it happen, and how they can make it better? How they can improve the situation where their kid is emotionally attached to them and not losing the connection?
Okay. The thing is, basically, Mohit, the child's emotions needs to be handled very nicely. Instead of just telling them, like nowadays, feel find a lot of children scrolling through their mobiles,
Yeah,
and you see parents, they just walk in. They themselves are very tired. They just walk in from their off. They come home from their office. They are very tired, and the minute they see their child on the mobile, they start screaming. तुमको कितने बार बोला है वो मोबाइल साइड में रखो कुछ काम का काम करो. Doesn't this happen? It
yeah,
does happen.
yeah.
See, you see your child scrolling through the mobile, but you know the reason behind it. You know that your child spends a lot of time on the mobile, but do you know the reason behind it? You need to find out the reason behind your child's behavior.
Maybe
You
the
need to
parents are
know
not
the
spending.
emotions.
Yeah,
Yes. See, sometimes parents are not available for their children, And when they are not available for their children, what happens is they don't know how to regulate their emotions.
Mm,
And what they do, they try to go into the mode of the flight mode. Instead of the fight mode, they go to the flight mode. There are two modes, of coping mechanism of our emotions. There's a flight mode and there's a fight mode. When children are scrolling, probably they don't know how to handle pressure. They don't know how to handle certain emotion. They could be bullied in school, something happening with the, in the school which is not favorable to them, something like that. And just because they're not able to handle the emotions, they just keep scrolling because they're just escaping from what is happening to them because
mm.
they don't know how to regulate their emotions. I hope I could answer your question.
Yeah, bilkul. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and here is my
So,
last question. Yeah,
yeah,
okay. So
tell me.
you were about to say something.
Yeah. And it's not only about the quantity of time, how many hours that you spend with your child. You could be spending just half an hour with your child, but when your child comes to you asking something, you should not say, "Abhi nahi beta, main bahut busy hu." Even if you're busy, keep that work aside and answer your child's questions. Because when you say that you're not available, then obviously they will start distancing themselves from you and they would, rely on mobiles, to cope up with their emotions because they just
Mm.
want to, probably try to escape from those emotions. So, scrolling is one such place where children just escape from their emotions and they don't know how to handle their emotions and they grow up to be immature adults. And that's a great, it should be a warning signal to the parents that scrolling on mobile is not a problem. It is, you can say, a symptom. It is a symptom. And parents should realize that instead of shouting and screaming, there could be a better way of dealing with them. Just go up to them and say, "Beta, I see you're busy, but could you come out maybe after some time? I would like to discuss something with you." That's a better way of talking to them, isn't it?
Yeah, bilkul. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this scrolling, it get turns into addiction also when it is getting
Yes, of course.
when it is like it is an addiction, then things get even more worse, isn't it?
Yes, of course, it does. And it is
Yeah.
all, you know, affecting the cognitive brain also these days and leading to early dementia. Cases have been, a lot of research has been done, and there have been a lot of articles in the newspaper about how, the mobile phone and the blue light and also scrolling is affecting the brain of the children and the thinking capacities also.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Shalini, if
Yes.
someone wants to improve both like their life, they are feeling stuck, or their parenting, like maybe their kid is not emotionally connected with them, there is something happening, disconnection is there, or addiction like mobile addiction or something like is happening. So, how exactly they can contact you so that they can seek your help?
Okay. Uh, so I generally place an ad on Instagram and Facebook, and I would be, reposting these ads, and people can obviously reach out to me on my WhatsApp, but also can send me a mail on my Rise and Nurture email ID, and I would definitely respond to them and would connect with them and would definitely like to guide them in their journey, whether it be the parenting journey or the professional or personal life. I would definitely certainly want to make their, um, like to help them come out of their problems and difficult situations and hold their hand and guide them through this journey.
Amazing. And do you offer any free clarity call also?
Yeah, clarity calls are always free. We only charge for the sessions.
Okay, okay. So guys,
Yeah,
if you
because,
are facing
yeah,
any problem in your life, or if you're facing problem in your career, in your parenting journey, then you can definitely reach out to Salini, and she offer a free clarity call. So you can just take the free clarity call and see how exactly she can help you. She has already shared her Instagram, so you can message her on Instagram if you are watching it till here. So, Shalini, thank you so much for your time. It was lovely talking to you. You have shared a lot of insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohit. Thank you for, having me on the show. It was really great talking to you. It was a very meaningful conversation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.